Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to show you the actual cost for $20,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 67-year-old female. Now, the first thing I recommend is go to our website at funeralfunds.com, and we've got these quoters on just about every page. And just select the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. And then select the coverage amount. Put your birthday in there, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now. It will take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the lowest rates in your state. And what that will help you do is just eliminate those companies out there that are just not great companies. The ones that offer those really low teaser rates, but then when you get on the phone with them, they upsell you. And some of those policies end up costing 200% more. So don't fall for that garbage. Use our quoter to find out what's going to be the best deal out there. You can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you out. Now, the first thing you need to probably ask yourself as a 67-year-old female looking for $20,000 is $20,000 going to be enough for your final expense needs? Now, that's typically going to be either a cremation or a burial. The average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have some sort of ceremony, like a celebration of life or remembrance ceremony with the cremation, that's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500 or so. So we would typically recommend for that cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, probably between $5,000 to $7,000 in coverage. And the reason is you're 67 years old. We're hoping you live to 77, maybe 87. So we want to make sure that we have enough coverage that, if you die 10, 20 years from now, it's going to take care of your needs. The other thing, too, is if you do die sooner, we don't like to think about that, but, just in case you did, there's a little bit of money left over to maybe take care of some other final expenses or medical bills or something like that. So if you're going to have that ceremony and that cremation, we'd probably recommend somewhere between $7,000 to $10,000. Now, if you're on a fixed or limited income and things are tight, maybe just get the $5,000 right now, because with first day coverage, it's going to pay right away. And then we can always help you add more coverage later. Now, we don't recommend getting really large amounts of insurance. In some cases, people just want to leave money behind for family, and they say, well, I want to get 25 or 30 or 40,000 or something like that. Typically, we don't recommend that. And simply put, most of the people we help are on a fixed or limited income. It's just a challenge for them to kind of fit anything in their budget. So we really recommend they just use this insurance for final expenses only. If you'd wanted to get life insurance for children, probably should have taken care of that earlier in life. But by the same token, if you've got the financial means and you just want to leave some extra money behind, yeah, we can certainly help you out with that too. But again, we just work with people's budgets and help them find what fits their budget. Now, if you're going to get buried, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is around $10,000. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with the $10,000 check, they'll get it done. But I can assure you of one thing, it's not going to be fancy. So, it's hard to imagine, though, if you did walk into that funeral home with that $10,000 check, they would say no, make you walk out the door and let you walk down the road 2 blocks to their competitor who would probably take that money. Just understand, they'll probably make it work, but it's not going to be terribly fancy. And again, don't overinsure. But, typically we would recommend for a 67-year-old female somewhere between $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000. So this video is about $20,000. It's right in there. But by the same token, if things are a little bit tight right now, get the $10,000 with first day coverage. That's going to pay right away, and that's going to take the most immediate pressure off. Now, talking about that first day coverage, we actually recommend you only get first day coverage or benefits and stay away from those 2-year waiting period plans. And that's the only thing we help people with is first day coverage or benefits. We do not recommend those 2-year waiting period plans. I'll talk about that in a moment. But what first day coverage means is that if hypothetically, if your policy started and went in force today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would have to pay out that $20,000. So yeah, that's exactly what you want. You don't want a 2-year waiting period. We don't recommend those at all. Like, Colonial Penn, probably one of the, I don't know, maybe more well-known, I guess. I think simply just because they advertise on TV all the time, and they advertise that $9.95 plan, which if you didn't know it, that is a 2-year waiting period plan. Yuck, 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 yuck. And there's other 2-year waiting period plans out there too. Let's see, Mutual of Omaha, the United of Omaha line, and AIG, Gerber. Gosh, there's just a bunch more too. And some of these companies have done an incredible job of convincing the American public that the only thing they'll qualify for if they're over age 50 is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we go, ha, 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 ha. Do not believe such nonsense, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Yes. Now, as a 67-year-old female watching that $9.95 commercial, you're probably thinking, I outsmarted the insurance company. I waited until I was 67. Now I'm going to get my $9.95 insurance, and I'm probably going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. I bet I can even get $50,000. And then they talk with a Colonial Penn agent, or you go on to their website like we have done for you here, and you'll find out that a female age 67, 1 unit of coverage, $9.95 right here, it's only going to pay $1,167 for a 67-year-old female. Now, boy, that's borderline if that would even pay for a cremation anywhere in the United States. But it doesn't matter, because it's got a 2-year waiting period. And you're not, if you die of a health or medical reason in the first 2 years, it's not going to pay out a penny. So yeah, not life insurance benefits anyway. But yeah, so that's the trickery. A lot of people would say that certain companies out there, they advertise these really low teaser rates to get you to call in, and then once you call in, then you see how little the actual coverage is, and then they start trying to upsell you. And we're not saying that's what's happening with Colonial Penn, but some people might say that, and I guess we'll just leave that up to your own judgment. But let's take a look here, see if we can even get $20,000, because Colonial Penn, they max out at 15 units. So let's see what 15 units would be. I don't think we're going to even get to $10,000 to $20,000. Yeah, look at that. They max out 15 units. That's only going to get $17,500 and $5. I guess that $5 is important to something. $17,505. But yeah, you can't get even, kind of as a rule, can't get even coverage amounts through you often can't get just even dollar amounts from Colonial Penn, because they sell per unit. They don't actually sell price-wise. You couldn't typically, for a 67-year-old female, you couldn't get $17,000 or $20,000 on the nose. You get these real wackadoodle numbers like $17,505. But anyway, it's $149, so basically $150. So let's go see what first day coverage would be and see if we can save you some money. I am sure we can. $20,000, female, age 67, get quote, and again, this is $17,500 roughly for $150 roughly. So look at here, and I'm going to take it back up here because I want you to see that this is what's going on. $20,000, you could get $20,000 for $87 instead of $17,505 for $150. If you look at the difference between those, $149 to $87, that's a $63 difference each and every month. So times 12 months, that would be, I think that's $756. We're going to overpay every year. So if our 67-year-old lived until age 77, they would overpay $7,560 roughly. Ask yourself, that's a lot of money to overpay. Why would you ever overpay that much? What we're typically seeing is Colonial Penn is roughly about 200% more expensive than our lowest cost provider. And this is level coverage, which means first day coverage versus Colonial Penn's 2-year waiting period. So boy, just be a smart shopper and understand what's going on. And we can help you be that smart shopper. So you don't have to be an expert in this, because you just need to know an expert, and we'll be happy to be your expert. Let's look at some other companies here, because we're $87 here. And let's go down and look a little bit. You'll be able to see all these different insurance companies on our quoter. Let's try to find somebody else. Oh, yeah, like Lincoln Heritage. So Lincoln Heritage, they're a fine company, I guess, right? But I mean, look at that pricing, $128, basically almost $130. It is level coverage, which is great, first day coverage, but it's so expensive. And the reason it is Lincoln Heritage has got a deal where when you pass away, they'll supposedly call 2 or 3 different funeral homes and get the lowest pricing and maybe do a couple other things, but it's not a free service. They charge you for it. They charge a pretty hefty premium for it. So yeah, I mean, that's 128 versus 128 versus 87. That's roughly $40 more a month, and times 12 months, that'd be $480. And times 10 years, that'd be right around $4,800. Actually, $4,800. And so you got to ask yourself, is it worth it to pay a company right around $4,800 more? And that's just after 10 years. Can you imagine the price after 20 years? Almost 10 grand, probably. $4,800 just to call 2 or 3 funeral homes, maybe do a couple other things, probably only takes an hour or so. And they get paid right around $4,800 after 10 years. So a lot of people would say that's a pretty good payday for the insurance company. And I would have to agree with that. We would not typically, we just don't recommend that. We think that money's better off in your own pocket rather than giving it to an insurance company. So what we do is we provide at Funeral Funds of America a free funeral and estate planning guide. And you can just download that off our website, print it out, and then you just fill it out, who gets what and what goes where, and what you want done after you're gone. And then once it's filled out, you keep it with your insurance policy. And now you've taken care of your family, both financially and emotionally. Financially, the insurance policy is going to pay for everything, but emotionally, they don't have to worry about anything. All they do is open the funeral and estate planning guide, and they just follow exactly what you wrote down. They follow your wishes. All they need to do is just execute your plan, and they will do so knowing that's exactly how you wanted it done. And what a tremendous amount of peace they will have knowing that you took care of this, and that while you were alive, you planned for this. You knew there would be a time where they would really need you the most, and that's when you weren't here, and you took care of them. What a wonderful legacy to leave behind. So, yeah, go to our website, funeralfunds.com. We've got these quoters. We've got a special one, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. That's for our YouTube visitors. You'll be able to get the lowest rates and the best deals there. You can also call us at 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you out with that. But if you got an existing policy and you just want to price shop it to see if you got the best deal, we can help you out with that. If you want to add coverage to an existing policy, we can help you out with that. If you need a brand new policy, we can help you out with that. And even if you just have questions, we can help you out with that. But yeah, we look forward to the day where we can actually help you get the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. And until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. Have a nice day, and we look forward to talking with you later. Bye-bye.